explanation for roaming around.
The academy is closed to all but staff and students.
Yeah, we were. It was, headmaster was supposed to be here to show us where to go, but first time here, so I
I will
don't know.
take you to his office. If he is not there, though, I will be escorting you out.
That is fair.
Much appreciated.
I apologize. We are under strict rules with what occurred the other day.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yes.
Uh,
What are your names? Where are you from?
I am Dr. Ezekial Rothner. I work in the facilities that are up north, and I am here to speak to Headmaster Faldris about some issues pertaining some other people we work with.
What sort of issues?
I am not entirely sure. I was only told that we would need to speak with the headmaster for.
Got caught by an incident happening. I'll be right there.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? I heard something in my ears.
What do you wish to speak to the headmaster about?
It is pertaining to
We will check downstairs.
one of the warden candidates by the name of Ikulila.
I'm aware of her.
That's
What my compatriot wishes to portray to you is we are researchers from the Eden Society of Symbiotic Symbiotic Enrichment. Iku Lila is one of our clients, I guess you could say. And we are here to...
I'm aware that she returned with several scientists last night. Is that correct?
yeah. Sometime during the week she had returned. It should have been the morning after, whenever she came back.
Was she forcibly taken, or did she choose to?
From what I was told, she came along willingly. There was no grabbing or any of the sorts.
I see, gentlemen. I have an inclination Valdres is on his way.
Understood.
You may remain here. Just stay out of the rooms, if at all possible, for your own safety.
Very well.
You may await at the frontier.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience with us.
Iku is a close student of mine. I hope that her connection to your laboratory is healthy.
I assure you it is under the healthiest of conditions as it can be. And I'm
Very
glad
good.
that somebody else, Professor even, was able to say that she is something close to them. Oh, dude. Oh.
Do you mind reminding me when was Ikulila's last examination at the very least? Was it prior to when she left, or?
Are you referring to just her regular checkup? Or.
Yes. Those are the ones I
It was
tend to handle.
the day before she had left. Hello, you good?
Well, given the
I'm as okay as I can be. I was
given the
not
security
RP
they
mode
seem to
when
have
I
posted
loaded in.
around the academy, I do hope I can at the very least update our records and get a fresh examination on Ikulila, with permission from the headmaster or principal.
Yeah, we'll try to get some. Nathaniel was able to hand me some of his notes that he usually takes. But we'll speak more on that once we have the meeting. Yeah, sorry about that. I was not in it. I was not in it. I was not in RP mindset. There we go. Here we go.
Of course, Saunders.
I assume you two are the individuals requesting to meet, yes?
Yes.
Please, follow. Thus you may join if you wish. Have a seat.
My nose, dude. Fuck off. I'm going through an allergy crisis right now. And I hate it. I'm crying. But it's not like too bad. I'm just like fucking sneezing out the wazoo. Oh, yeah.
I have a number of questions for you both, but I was curious to see a request to meet me as well from you. So firstly, what did you intend to speak to me about?
If I'm going to be honest, it wasn't particularly us two that had sent that out.
I see.
Our colleagues are worried that Ikulila is not in the safest conditions here.
They're becoming a warden. Safety is not exactly the high point of the position they're applying to be in.
And that I can very much understand. But my colleagues were not...
What are their concerns specifically?
They were not aware that something as egregious as what had happened last week would be happening. When Ikulila had come back, she had some injuries that she could heal on her own. She was mostly fine, but They are losing.
The official statement given to us by the Eden Society of Symbiotic Enrichment was, subject Ikulila appears to be compromised outside of our locations. Investigate the matter. They were not very
Subject.
specific on details for us. It is word for word what they instructed us to come here for.
Does this Eden Society retain guardianship over Ezekiel?
Yes. We have had her for a little over a decade.
In Ashbourne?
No, not in Ashbourne. I'm sure if any of the others who have spoken with them, most of us are from Ashbourne. But there's facilities up north from here, not too far, where she has been.
What city?
Oh, fuck. Give me one moment. I need to look at fucking
The reason the principal says this is that what some of your scientists told me and Braggy that they were from Ashbourne, which I knew was a lie. So how are we supposed to trust you two in this society?
I'll be honest. There are a lot of things that I can't talk about. But they are from Ashbourne, but most of them have come to work on Ikulila. I was here since we have had her.
And what is the nature of this work? Aware that since Eden's fall, there have been very few aquatic creatures that have sustained life. That already is a rarity, but I sense that there's something else greater that you're looking into.
Well, like you said, very rare to have any aquatic creatures living in this current age. And because of that, they have been keeping to their studies on her, trying to understand what she is, because we had barely known what she was, or what any other aquatic creature that was like her had to begin with.
Reginald, have you received reports that Ekulila has been harmed by these individuals?
Not yet. But I don't trust them. The things that I was told that some of your number didn't want her to become a warden. Some did. I very much am concerned for her. But alas, there's a bigger problem here brewing. Ikulila is here becoming a warden. And when she becomes a full warden, her allegiance will have to be to the wardens, not to your society. I would like to have this question answered before we leave here. I saw how she reacted when she was confronted by your scientists. She almost had a hard time saying no to anything they asked of her. She becomes a true full warden. Not for herself to serve the world, but if she does become one, so she will become a weapon for your society. I hate to even bring this up, but it is something we must address, as well as her individuality. She's not a slave, she's an individual. You did say that some of you were more leaning towards that route of letting her become her own. I'm curious, which among these number do you two number?
If I may take over for a little, Ezekiel.
Just give me a second. Let me say, we can tell you that we are on the right side, which is wanting her to be here and away, far away from anything that they're doing. But I don't know how much you're gonna believe my words. You've already said
You were
twice
going
that you
to
do
say
not
as well.
believe us.
Pleasure to meet you. I am senior researcher Johann Carmine. I am the one who was given responsibility over Iku Lila for her physical checkups, for her for her tests involving basic mobility, neurological, and intelligence, as well as observing any of her behaviors within certain climates, environments, and enclosures. I was in charge of ensuring that both her physical faculties and mental faculties were in a positive format to ensure nothing egregious happened during testing, and if she were to be injured or named in any way, we were to stop testing immediately and care to her. However, although most of our testings were heavily monitored, especially by myself, I noticed some form of abnormalities occurring
of course he
during
doesn't like us.
testing.
Why would he?
Signs of malice appearing with an Iku. Her subservience being one. She was never made to be ordered around, as you may have experienced. She was never to be treated like that, rather. I have attempted myself to speak to my superiors in regards to this abnormality, but I was informed that this would not be my pay grade. I've spoken to my companion Ezekial here about the matter, and he has informed me he has seen signs of the same thing.
So you have a worry, but not the evidence or the position to facilitate discovery of what that worry means.
With all due respect, sir, I am not as, I do not have control over many of the principles or rulings that exist within the society. I am just your simple researcher who takes their responsibilities from the top.
That is understood. Let me say this then. If you're to be believed or whether you're not to be believed, Ikulila is a warden candidate now, which means she is my charge. And I don't know if you know who I am, if you're from afar, but my name is Valdris Alphen, but I'm more well known as the Celestial Rook. I am one of the few titled wardens the Maxim Agreement has under their control, which alleviates me quite a lot of leeway when it comes to doling justice out for the agreement. They can't afford to lose me, you see. Which means if a few researchers were to harm one of my candidates, if I need to make sure they're gone, the Maxim Agreement won't bat an eye for how many of you I get rid of. So,
Am I to take this as your official statement to
yes.
inform the rest
To your
of the
superior.
society?
If I find out that a single hair on Ikulila's head has been touched since she came under my charge, I will use every bit of resource I have in my ability to see that your society is destroyed off the face of Eden. And I don't mean this as a threat. I mean this as a true and honest promise from me to yours.
Can you put your book away? I apologize for not introducing myself earlier, though I have a name tag. I've been a little nervous as of late. My name is
Is that right,
Dr.
Ezekiel?
Ezekiel Rothner. I am also a senior researcher at ESSE. And I've been assigned as one of her Ikulila's primary caretakers. And I am very glad to hear that this is the lengths you are to take to ensure her safety.
I would do it for any candidate of mine.
I have no
There
doubt.
was no exception. Personally, I'm glad to hear that there are people who have some sane minds among your organization. If there are some malice, as you said, being developed in her. If you could, this is a request, and perhaps a way to show that you can be trusted around Iku. If you could find out what they were doing to her, and stop it from happening in the future, then perhaps we could have a working relationship to make sure that she does stay safe and you get to still see her. But I'll need to see some information to do that.
I can give you information, but not right now.
That is alright. I'm not asking for it immediately. And I understand, as you said, you can't say everything. But trust takes some time to build.
Of course.
In the interim, if something happens and you believe she's in danger, I will give you a direct line. You need not but call, and I'll make sure my guards secure her. Does that sound agreeable?
Yes.
Dusk. Grab one of the communication devices in that chest beside you. This device contacts directly to our head of security, Talus, as well as many warden officers that work directly for the school. They are sworn to secrecy and do not speak to anyone outside of myself. Should you encounter an issue, They would be your first person to call.
Understood.
Is there anything else I can do for you, gentlemen, while you're here?
As your primary caretaker, I have been assigned with many other things, including the assessment of her and what he's already explained. Her checkups, her draining of her ink sacs so she doesn't get sick, her make sure she's able to release anything and everything inside her body that shall not stay for too long. I was handed reports, or notes I should say really, from another researcher that works closely with me. And if you're willing, whenever whoever is the head of the hospital or medical needs or anything, I would like to teach them how to extract this without harming her. Because this last week when she was returned, she was not properly cared for in the way of draining what is needed to be taken from her system without to allow her to continue to function without vomiting every 5 minutes.
It's a process that will help keep her healthy, then please. Reginald.
It would have been helpful if you would have deemed the information important enough to send over when she arrived. I pride myself on taking care of my candidates, medically. And because of your society, you put her in danger. I could have helped her. I put this fault on you.
I put a lot
And
of
you
fault on
listen to
myself.
me. You may be her primary caretaker of this society of yours. I am her primary caretaker here.
Reginald,
I'd make a request, Principal.
go ahead.
If I would make a request, if these people are to do anything to Equalala, they do it here, in my office. But I may
I
make
believe he's
sure.
actually asking to teach you.
I was hoping
specifically
so.
So you can do it.
I have no intention of taking her
If it
back as of
will.
right now.
If this will help her health, then I will begrudgingly agree. Just know, I've had it up to here with your society.
The Dippy Dabs.
Equalala is an individual who's becoming a warden. If you truly wish for well-being, work with me, and I will make sure becomes the best warden she can. Medically speaking. If you hold anything else from me and put my career as well as the life of one of our candidates in danger, I am not known as a combat warden, but I sure know how to put people back together. Take that how you may.
Reginald's office is down the hall. He can show you the way, and you can exchange notes.
Understood.
You are, sir, you are not of the only one of the belief of the society's means. And we are very much aware of their intentions with Equalila. With that being said, might I request one more. One more. Might I make a request? I wish to
Go ahead.
inspect the habitat she chooses to reside during the night, and to ensure there have been no negative impacts to her health, whether that's maintained to physically, mentally, or anything of that sort.
If Reginald supervises you, then yes.
I understand you are currently under guard, so I expected as much. You are free to survey and secure as you please, as long as I may do my work.
In the
That
end, she will
suffice,
become a
Reginald?
warden. Yes, it does. In the end, she will become a warden. I hope your society realizes this.
I do apologize, but
This will
I
take
understand.
her out of your care.
The few of us here that wish to see her well and away from our facilities in a more better environment very much know the conditions and the risks of becoming a warden. We worry for her health, but if it allows her to seek out more of her own kind and being able to find her true self, then that is all we want.
Right?
That is all I want.
I think
Well,
you might
time
be
to
aiming
earn
at
it
the wrong
then.
ones. From my
Ah.
estimation, their group is larger than just the two of them, at least by my own investigations. I'm guessing the individuals you really want to yell at probably wouldn't listen to you very well anyway. Treat the men nice enough while you're under your care.
Yes, Principal. Well,
Going to get class started
You-
at dusk.
you heard the men.
Valdris, I would like a word sometime
Time to
later
earn
today.
my trust.
If it's quick, we can go to the teacher's lounge.
It may not be. Can be handled later.
Very well.
As for you two, your demeanor is much different than the two scientists, Reginald and I encountered.
That is true.
They were callous, uncaring. Talked of her like a subject. A rat in the lab. It is good to know there are scientists who wish to help. And care for her.
It was good to meet you, Professor.
Likewise.
I caught your name. I don't know if I caught yours. It's Ezekiel and
Johann Carmine, sir.
Johann. Follow me. Now, we're going to get these medical records and procedures up to date, that I may take care of my candidates. Once we get in, I would like everything you know.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I believe Hayden won tests some of them today.
I expect
That should be interesting to watch.
I have documentation sent over for your, if not from the society, then from you,
Especially after all they've seen over the past.
so in case I myself am unable to administer these. One of my assistants may.
Headmaster, Professor.
No, I
Other than that, it will be kept under lock and key, like we do with all the medical records. Now, you mentioned something about a liquid sort. What are these symptoms if she is
This liquid.
in distress?
Excuse me. Shit. Sorry. Pardon my language. Okay. There you are. And then. Okay.
Just waiting for a second. Out of character for a moment. You take your time. It's all good. I know you're looking at stuff.
I mean, the last time someone scared me was Raggy, actually. He held
Okay.
slowly approaching with a giant
She
book over
has
his head.
Yeah, that's pretty
a
powerful.
venom gland in each of her forearms, and
Hmm.
a pair of glands on either side of her neck, directly underneath her jaw. And there is also a singular ink sac in the collarbone area that itself does not need to be excreted but can be, and will provide some type of relief that she
On the down
has shown to enjoy.
Only hope that reckoning comes sooner rather than
Right. How am I to know when she is in need of this?
If I remember correctly, with the notes that I just looked at. Have you noticed a change in color on her tentacles?
Yes.
They change depending on mood or feeling, not inflicted by mood, but the health of her body. And what you were looking for when she needs to have her venom extracted, it is the greenish color of sorts. The more you see that is prevalent, the more venom that is being backed up.
All right.
And as a further note, for the same color, there are too many emotions that people show, and though she may not show facial expression of emotion, her colors do that for her. And within the green coloration also comes in the slight envy. It was really very hard to understand that pattern, but eventually we got to it. Anything in the category of envy, whether it's jealousy or even grief, cowardice, things of the sort that encapsulate that type of part of the emotion base. When she is shown to have a purple coloration, it
What's your
is
question, ma'am?
in the category of anger, hatred, also grief,
And then after there's gonna be
or what could also be confusing,
What, you don't want to move a little slower?
can also be the compassion side of things. Love,
Professor?
peace,
No, it's okay. I'm just making sure.
things of that
There's
sort.
the door. There's someone at the door.
Yes, your delivery.
Ah, can you leave it outside? I'm in a meeting at the moment.
Noted.
Okay.
I shall leave it outside.
Thank you.
Bring coding today.
And then we move on to orange.
Yes.
Has the ends of yellow and red.
Oh, fantastic. It'll be a few before we start talking about
Depending
reasons.
on what is around her, what is being talked about, what she is thinking of, will show her having a distraction, whether it be in her mind or physically a bird moving behind someone, the fluff of bushes being moved by the wind. But it can also show confidence and love, and also possibly some slight anger. But it is not to the capacity of red, or purple, I should say. Yellow is more in the category of fear. So this will more encapsulate cowardice, but sometimes there will be the showing of confidence, which is also very hard for us to have found.
You know, being cooped up in a lab will do that to a person, no matter who it is.
Yes, it will. Especially with ones that only have their masks on 24/7 and do not show their own facial expressions for her to imprint on. Blue, for the most part, is pain. Whether it is physically or sometimes emotionally. But it can also show some peace of mind for her.
It is that simple. Wardens are the only ones
Red
that have powers
is
that they put their foci into.
it's when she's
Their cores.
hungry,
So
and
far, you've chosen
as
the
a lot of
forest,
people experience in hunger,
and you've
depending on
chosen
how
the
long it's been since you've eaten, you may experience anger and what people call is, well, hangry, as you've probably heard.
doing magic.
But that is that with the colors.
Working with core and doing magic pulls from your stamina, pulls from you.
People seem to be very, very
And placing
optimized when it
that
comes to
focus
research.
helps facilitate
What
you
would make this relationship, if we can call it, go a lot more smoothly? Written my notes,
different ways of casting.
but I require copies of everything you're speaking about.
I can get you the copies
Again,
within
it's
the
not
week.
something I'll go leaking out to the world.
I don't
Good.
think you would.
Everything that I need to take care of her, I need it.
Intuitive and spell weaving.
I'm already fairly pissed off that I have not been able to take care of my warden candidate correctly. Now,
This class
as the principals so
turning point.
accurately pointed out,
Up
you
until
two
now,
are not the two I should be angry at. For that, I must apologize for my
activity.
threat earlier.
I'm doing
You're fine.
I should have a bit of a temper.
When your anger had some truth,
random things. to
we
see
are
what
at fault.
works. What works for you? And what works
We do
for
not push any blame on anyone.
Of our personal
So from
standing,
here
we all
on,
share some form of
It's
blame
not
for
willy-nilly.
these circumstances.
There's a right way.
But
and a
we have
wrong
done our
way
best to
do things.
ensure that Ikulila thrives.
Does anyone have an idea of why
in the
there
best
may be a
possible
wrong way to do
environment.
things?
As I said, you're, quite frankly, to use a metaphor, you're knee-deep in the dirt, in the hole, and you've filled up the very, very bottom.
Damage?
keep this information coming. Assist in keeping her medically safe. And we may even possibly become colleagues.
I can leave you passed out on the ground.
But again, something tells me your society will not be too excited with your meddling.
No.
Anything else?
For this, I need information. What to expect when other people come. And in fact, pending a signature from the principal, I'm going to request that the only two that are allowed to even see her while she's in her ward and trading are you two.
Not so much on that.
This is a take it or leave it situation.
Means that
They
I'm
will
not
push.
taking anything else for an answer.
And when I say push, I
Well?
mean they will push. I have almost lost my position on 2 or 3 accounts for pushing too much. They are
Alright,
not the
let them
biggest
try.
of societies, but they have their...
If they fire you two after I put in this request, then they will have 0 access.
it is a possibility.
They can have
but
some,
extremely rare.
or they can have 0. The choice is theirs.
You're on the right path saying that you'd end up passed out on the ground. There is a chance.
I trust
though,
you and the professors, because as I
that
said,
you skip
warden
that.
work is not the safest.
But instead of pulling all of your stamina and passing out on the ground,
But I
No,
know,
it's not.
you start to pull from
but
your
I know
life
you all
force,
have the best interest for your students,
and you pass out on the ground dead.
for your candidates. I would like
Part-
to
part of this-
request
Life force. What
Go
keeps
ahead.
you alive,
to
and when that is
show you
used
the
up,
extraction
you have no
process.
life left. And you now
It
become
gives
what we
you
call
the
a cover.
supervision that you need, and if I were to do anything that you do not like, you can kick me out. But I can assure you that with how long I've been there
No,
and how long we've had her,
quite the contrary. It's both of you that I want here now.
Right.
Both your lives about to become a lot more
Coding.
oh my god,
hectic when it comes to your society,
Coding is a way of working with your
as you are the only two that are going to be given access,
help your core focus on
pending the principal's okay. Now,
There
I am
is-
way to focus through your
100% on board to learn this procedure, and I will be
use that mana from it to manifest what
looking it over today. Is she due? Will she be in peril if we do not do this?
yeah, how
Stay.
long has it been since you have taken on these new candidates? Since it started?
Months.
Months? She is due, if I remember correctly, Johan,
This point
it's
probably been
every
rather
3? No,
mainly again because pulling from your core,
every
Every
6.
2.5 months, I believe.
you only have a limited amount of time before you can't go any further without
Alright.
losing yourself.
Yes, between
But
6
we are getting-
and 2.5 months. 6 weeks and 2.5 months.
There are 4 things that are necessary.
We
to
are
do
getting
this.
very close to the
5 if you include your core.
danger level if it is not done soon.
Now there are
Alright.
base runes that we use.
There are other things I need to do throughout the day. This is what we're going to do, you two.
Manifesting shots.
I'm going to escort you to where you said her habitat.
Runes for
She has a room
areas
at the dormitories,
runes
but as far as I know, she spends quite a bit of her time out in the bay
things
in the early mornings.
boost you.
Hmm.
These runes, many of
We
them
do
are
have a
I may wish to
pool
get-
on campus, but as far as I know, she prefers the bay.
so feel
Yes,
free
there are
to
may
chemicals
wish
in
to get-
pool waters that are not good for her.
base rune to do what you
May
want.
wish to get readings on each of the areas she chooses to
Help you pass,
spend the
of
most
course.
amount of time in.
Your specialty is in runes.
Hmm.
Bodies of water,
Also in
specifically.
Alright.
and
As another note,
First stop then will be the pool, second stop the bay.
find runes if you're having difficulty.
But let us conclude anything else we have to do here before we move on.
just a very quick note, I don't know if Johan has anything, but with water, of course she's a sea creature, so she needs it. but
Noted.
she
Once
can be
scribed,
out of the water
I'll do
every
it.
for at least 2, at most
As you
2
already
hours.
found out, your cores are quite.
Every 2 hours, she will at least need a bit of
You can
water.
simply
I
take
would
a
say
hammer
about
and a chisel to it and scribble in a rune.
just enough to be able to
The
splash
magic
herself
skill,
in.
though, is capable of inscribing a rune into a core. It's
Right.
an effort.
That can be provided. I assume she was already doing this by herself anyways,
Yes.
Bailey.
but not knowing this previously,
Ikulaiwa
we can mandate
understands
it.
the need. She needs to retain her current peak form, peak physical form,
In theory, yes, you can.
but she
Peak
can be
form?
forgetful at times.
Shoddy.
Peak as in
Do you mean that in
without
this?
any
Would be very
androgynous or not androgynous.
Assistance.
Yes, assistance. Without any physical holdbacks, like as if someone,
It's better to
as a human would without
spend
water
the
for a
effort
day.
with your core to
Yes.
make your rune clear.
Right.
Because everything with casting is all about
And the water. What else?
If there's any doubt in
You're slowly filling up that hole, you two.
your intent comes into question.
For now,
Some
I
collateral damage happens.
don't think I can give you too much more.
Right.
You can take a magic
And
to
also, I don't
start,
have many of the
Oh.
documents on me. Those colorings or those color patterns were things I just have on me at hand.
That's good I took notes then.
I'm going to go ahead and
We
insert
shall-
A warning.
this core here, this fire core, and pass it
Brief,
around
but
so that you can see it firsthand.
Much of the information my colleague and I choose to share here
Your rune will be specific to you.
is not for
This rune
the public eyes, I suppose.
is an area
It is not information that should be spread. It should only be kept within a certain circle of individuals.
specific to this rune.
If the
Hmm.
information were to be given out, our position within the society
Somewhat in a donut shape.
will more than likely be
It goes out to a
invalidated.
certain range, and then within the center of it,
Well,
doesn't have an effect.
you're lucky that as you might actually know this, wardens, we tend to...
When you look at it,
we're not
you see
very
that the rune is
Open
open
mouth.
with spreading things. No.
but it is simply etched in.
So for that you have no
rather
fear.
dull. You can feel
I have one
Warning
question for
all the
both of you.
ridges and valleys of the rune. Yes.
I'm sure, after I put in this request, a demand to your society, they will come sniffing anyways. What should I look for? And what should I...
This is a good question.
There is this
Like I said,
built-in,
with casting,
like you said, some sort of subservience or almost programming in Nikolala.
focus you
Look
can
out for
put
these keywords that may be spoken by.
a
As much as
broad
I
intent
do not like to do it, I sometimes
the
have to just keep
application
face. And the others that you have
manifestation
seen
will be
come here
wrong.
before.
would be weaker.
Heal
A more focused rune. A
and
more
stay.
Focused intent makes for a more powerful effect.
They use
They
heal.
fucking
Trust
talk to
me,
her like a dog.
They use heal to have them
You
or have
build
her.
with pods
Excuse me. Right next to her, and they have stay
all the
as
magic
you
beasts
may
up until
already
this
know.
point. Going into the future, you will be dealing with
there may be
things
other keywords, but those are the ones
far
that
more
are
powerful.
the easiest.
And you definitely don't want to go after them in a very general
The society cares for little for official means, so long as they get their own way. So I doubt they will try to be deceptive.
Which does bring up a good point.
But I have not seen much else.
Runes are not permanent.
I'm going to tell you
That
both
is all
something
I
you're
may-
not going to like.
Etched out.
Only so far,
Another rune applied to it.
your assistance and everything will only buy you
Much like your attunement
so far. a certain amount of time working unimpededly with myself and the wardens.
As you focus
There will be a time when that time runs out.
through it, apply your
You may extend that time
so
by helping me undo this programming.
resets your progress. But it can come in handy.
We cannot be a full warden
Assignment coming up.
and be commanded
You
to
can
not heed her
swap out a
higher-ups
rune for another rune. A different spell
or to attack someone
that will specifically
or to not
help
defend something.
one situation. It is
This needs to be taken care of. Not right now,
best way against reward.
but sooner rather than later, for sure.
That risk is worth it to set back your
I will give
progress.
you a couple weeks to a month. Working alongside me, gaining my trust.
It's better just to stick with what you have.
But to gain more time,
Confident.
you will have to do some research of your own. How we break this command structure. You understand?
Over the next few months, I'm an optimist, so I say months.
Yes.
We can try some things. So I've already tried some things before, and some have almost gone through, but there are too many of them for me to be able to, for only a few of us to break what has been encoded into her for
Neither of us
More than a
are aware
decade.
of the extension that the society has gone to
Depending on
break
how
Ekulila.
much time you spend on it, how well you focus, how pure your intent is.
he is
Well,
not. I am.
I'll do some research, boys.
Focused and you have a very well-formed idea.
Within the week,
of
I
what
can
you
give you
want
some notes.
To fully set in a
Right.
rhythm, to attune that
For the moment,
takes about a week.
that is all that I wish to talk to you about. Believe me, if you two do actually care for Kalala, I'm going to make you be good on that promise.
The festival. You do the math.
Understood?
You'll be out. Do
Understood.
not try to do more than one rune at once.
Understood.
You don't want to confuse things.
Right.
You want to have that one rune well established so that what you're focusing on goes through
Next,
and you don't cross the wires.
the pool. As I do have other things to get done today.
Any other questions?
But
Think I may
after Ikulela's
limit my
Hmm?
my studies to her living quarters for now. Everything else can be taken at later days.
we're not doing the extraction.
If we can get her to do the
I just
extraction
need to-
now, then that'd be best. We can
That's
see the
as well.
quarters after.
As long as she's not in class,
Yes,
then
if
I'm
she's
fine with it.
in class,
We
then
don't have a
if you could show us her
understanding
quarters, that would be best.
of a very interesting
Alright, follow me.
what's the word? Pictography of things that we don't understand. That's why we have paths and many other researchers. Personally, I haven't found any runes to look weird.
What's happening? What?
Alright. We're gonna do this at the order of amount of time she spends.
I think it's just Layla, right?
Hmm?
That's outspoken head. I mean, thoughts.
Oh. Alright.
I think it's just Layla.
You mentioned you're both not from Ashbourne. Where are you both from?
I reside in Reinhold.
Hmm. First stop is the bay. She spends much of her time. Well, as far as I'm aware, she chooses mostly to spend her water time here in the bay. It was definitely an improvement over the pool. We did eventually get some sort of a water sort of tank or bath sort of contraption we put in her room when we were in Lindell. As far as here, not sure if she set that up yet. I believe she was so excited about having access to the bay that she decides to spend much of the time here. We do have the capability to outfit any quarters that she has with this water tank.
It'll be my responsibility to understand the pH levels and how they may affect with the biological composition of the
Don't fall in.
So if you may
It's
give
pretty
me I don't plan
far
to.
of a reach.
True. We can get you a sample of the pool some other later date. She doesn't spend much time there anyways. It would be the bay and her room. Again, as far as I know, I don't know if she set up her tank in there yet. I would assume so. I've not been in her room since coming to Reinhold.
It's settled. Just need to wait for the paper to settle itself.
Alright. The second most spot she spends the most time in is the dorms. As we'll see if they've set it up. I'm not sure if you will be able to given access to the dorms. As a sign of good faith and the demands that I put upon you, I'll get that sample for you. If she indeed has that contraption set up in her room. Sound agreeable?
Yes.
Alright. Alas, I believe she is in a class.
Seems to be about that time.
If you wish... Yes. If you wish, you may walk about the town. Once she is out of class, I can grab her. We can make sure she's all fit as a fiddle.
Understood.
Agreeable?
Yeah.
With the issue with the Forge Breaker, they don't like non-school personnel on the campus when they don't need to be. Alas. So, I would say enjoy the town and go find the... You find that the Bisques make quite good coffee. And I shall come find you once she's done with her class. I shan't speak of specifics, but if you hold to your bargain, and I mean hold, well, then we can do something I believe truly great. And in time, I won't even have to glare at you. Now, I'm back up to the school for now. Where do you plan to hang out?
I have some notes on.
We didn't we
on.
have needs to rush over here in the morning. We did happen to skip breakfast as it is. At least I did. I'm not sure of yourself, but it might also be a good change of pace for us for now.
The
Yes.
Bad Luck Bakery does have the best tea time dunkers in all of Reinhold, I believe. They also have pastries and such.
I'm starving. Where is that actually?
Then it was
Right.
both of us.
I shall show you. I'll also point to the way. Head through that alley right there. Take a left. Head to the right past the hospital. This part might confuse you. Not the first right, the second one. Otherwise, you'll end up in the entertainment district, which is mostly closed at this hour.
Okay.
So, through there, left, then right across the hospital, but the further left, right.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
It makes as much sense as a physical map.
Alright. Once she's done, I shall come find you.
Thank you, and it was good to meet you, Reginald.
Indeed. We shall see if in time if our meeting is indeed good. Now, who gets your breakfast? Want you at your tip top once we take care of Ikurella. And if you want a very strong coffee, tell them you want it Shiloh style.
Shiloh style.
Shiloh style. Suppose that is quite an odd way to name a brew, but to each their own.
Lila was the original name, and the nickname was the Little Lila, yeah, which was, but Iku couldn't say little, so she said, yeah, Iku, because the way that we didn't say little, it was Ikul, I think it was, which is, I don't remember what language for, but for little, or cute, something like that. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Morning.
Oh,
Morning.
which way was it?
He said to take a
Morning.
left.
What's that way, Kavanaugh?
That way leads to the
Is it past the hospital?
He said to go through that little alleyway, take a left, and then take a right past the hospital, but not the first, the second. Yeah, I only ask for that because my scientist was the first one to start giving her that nickname. And then the other ones, like Kuro's scientist, would have caught on to it and would have started doing the same around each other, but not the other scientists. So not the first right, but the second.
The second right.
Just down here. I thought I saw a ghost. I'm seeing things.
Mayhap we wish to get food as soon as possible, if that were the case.
I
Hopefully
haven't-
it is not.
I haven't eaten since yesterday morning, I'm gonna be honest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Research does take us late into the night.
Very late.
Morning.
Way too late. Oh, it's closed. We can't go. Never mind.
They are closed right now, unfortunately, yeah.
Ah.
My hunger's gonna kill me. Give me your arm. I'm
Just
kidding.
what have you...
You two are fancy
I was about to
researchers types, right? Scientists, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Something like that.
Read that out to me.
Yeah, what does it say?
I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Not actually.
That must make your job really hard.
Not actually.
That must make your job really hard.
Either both of us are dyslexic, or the person who wrote this is dyslexic.
We're trying to decide if this is another language. Because most of it seems almost correct. And then they start putting weird symbols above the O's.
When you say read it, do you mean all of it or just certain parts? Because some of it I can read. Like, I think that says Calvra.
Yeah, like that says not. I think it says Nivra.
Oh, Nivra.
I don't know.
Is that
knives?
Clearly, that's knives, and that's avocado.
But why would they
And
serve
that's
you
lemonade
knives
fire.
for?
50.
I think it'd be good knives. Actually, that's actually a good question. What is that?
I think
Is that
that's
80 or 50?
I think
80.
I believe that is 50.
Oh, wow, we really are torn on this.
Yeah, see? It's like this is like the kind of problem people would have where they're like looking at a dress and can't figure out.
Oh no,
what
I see the
colors
50, but I also see the 80.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Can we
We
agree
assume
the
that
top one is at least
people
210?
own this place probably just found this sign and put it out without thinking about it. The question is, who the fuck wrote it?
Do you know what that top one says?
Real shit. We believe it's some kind of extra dimensional threat that if we actually read out the word, we'll summon something.
You're Gojiro.
Alright, well, we're doomed.
Gojira.
Gojira.
Gojiro.
And then at the bottom there, we just gave up on that one. Yeah,
I
it
don't
just
know.
is.
That might be a different language that I'm butchering. If
Yeah,
that entire
pomegranate.
thing is supposed to be pomegranate, I am going to revoke all my.
No, I think the
Oh.
At the bottom. At the bottom.
The one that kind of looks like it says pun molest, but I don't like saying that. So
Yeah, I don't like that word either.
I mean, it literally says the word molest. Like it literally no, that is straight up the word molest in the second half. Like look at it. It's
That really is actually. Why is that clear to read? Actually, but all the rest of this is like. Why is that the one thing we can read clearly?
Why can I read Pumralist?
I mean, I can kind of read Oak Juries on the third one from the bottom, but
yeah.
Is
that
this
supposed to
in
be an
relation to
S?
the cafe, or
What's that?
did
We don't
someone
know.
just randomly puts this sign here?
That's
Yeah,
how the
we're
thought
wondering
would
that.
be.
It's been here as long as I can remember, and I've been here a while. My guess is maybe it came from the people who used to own this place.
Do you think the staff
we could honestly, we could honestly have asked the staff like day one, but it was just kind of like a weird activity to be like, what if we could just figure it out?
Yeah.
Mission failed on that one.
But maybe it's all weird, so that way you look at it and you get interested in going inside and asking what the sign means, and then you order something. Bit of guerrilla marketing.
I feel like if the staff tried reading it, it'd be
gorilla?
super hard for them. I want to hear the staff read it out, and them tell me exactly what that
Yeah, that's
says
a good
and
idea.
what that says.
I imagine these are menu items, and they do sell them.
But if he's right and those are
Let's
knives,
see
why
what
are they
price
selling
is.
knives?
Why are they selling knives for 50?
And that's
For 80.
It's the cheap. It's one of the cheapest things.
Well, I mean, the prices are the most confusing. That's obviously an avocado. Why is it $6.80? It's insane.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought that said gas.
Yeah. Now hold on, I want to just note that we're calling that 680, right? You're saying that's 680. Look at that 0 on the end of 680 and tell me that's a fucking 0.
What about that 685?
It looks like a 0, but like
This
it got a
looks like a
piercing at the
0.
top.
Yeah, that's the
That's-
0.
Like a lot of the zeros, yeah. So the zeros seem to have a nipple in the middle, right? So what the fuck is
Why
that?
did you have to say the nipple? Of all things, you have to say the nipple.
You see it?
Well, now it's in my head, so now I see it.
And you will always remember it. Every
What the
time
fuck
you
is
see
it?
a zero, you're gonna look
Is
for
that
that
the-
nipple and you won't
So
find it.
why do they all end
This
in
is the only
zero?
place.
Why do almost all of them end in 0? That one's probably a 5. Why is that one a 9?
Yeah, that is definitely a 9 down there.
I think that's inconsistent.
Yeah, they do. It is.
I may be able to believe them.
Can we
personally,
arrest
but this does
anybody
not
for
know how
making
to-
this? Like,
Does not know how to
I
spell.
mean, honestly, maybe this is the new investigation.
like, right?
This is where all the military resources are going to. Solving this.
Honestly, I think that's a good idea.
Worst part, worst part is
you
I
would
could
have
make that
since the
happen.
faction named her.
I should not
Maybe
be.
a
You really could.
challenge
I
to
think that is
You really could.
if you were to bring this song
Hey, we
in
got
front of
some-
them,
you know
ask them
what?
to read it.
We got some new blood.
Oh man, I've never thought of a better idea in my life. Give me a minute.
All right. Good luck.
I don't think we ever got to their names. You will forever remember that as Nipple Man.
He is nipple man to me. I'm gonna sit. I need it after that conversation.
That sounds like a splendid idea. Okay, why is this sign legible, but the other one is obscene?
You know, at this point with Reinhold, I think I just shouldn't stop question. I think I should just stop questioning the way people do things here. This is the Warden City. Yeah.
I thought you would have learned that when you signed up to work with the society.
You know,
I've done that as much.
Yeah. Yeah. You are right.
To any NPC who is available, I would like you all to teleport to the Reinhold Academy. Be invisible if you can, please.
I think I'm going to take a nap for a bit.
Out here.
Name a better spot.
No, you're right.
Right.
I'll
Don't for me whenever.
wake
do wake
you up.
me whenever. Our escorts.
Oh my god. Yes. For the operation, for what it seems like right now, it's just going to be the teacher. The campus, I think. Ah, fuck me, dude. I'm crying. For right now, it seems like it's just going to be the teachers. And even if it wasn't, Ezekiel would probably advocate for her to only be the medical teacher for right now. And for the other medical people to watch as it happens and take a bit to learn it before they do it.
Where do you want us again?
Sorry for that.
Thank
it will
you.
be at the Reinhold Academy. I'm gonna go invisible, so actually, if you all can, you can respawn. Then I'll provide a couple of models. All right. Let me see your girl. Okay, we're gonna be pods, but I'm also be providing 2 other models.
I want to see something. Actually, I should just be looking at the groups. Okay.
Hello? I
D4.
just found a place to sneak off to. Do you still need help, or did people show up?
I would still prefer some help if possible.
Okay, where did you want me to go?
Please respond. I'll be providing extra models. We're gonna be using the cold skin of this one.
It's a menu.
But can you read what's on the sign?
Would you believe me if that's what I've been ordered to do?
Yes. I assume the 2 men that
Were you here when they
ran
were
off. Yes.
talking over the... Yes.
Yes.
That is his superiors who gave him the orders to figure out the origins of the sign.
Understood. And
I'm just here for the ride because I thought it'd be entertaining.
it is going to be very entertaining.
I think I'd wait for the new faces, the new privates to come around and have them try this. Obviously, we don't have to worry about the right. That is the pricing.
But tell me one thing.
From a bakery.
About 4 or 5 of them are zeros at the end, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, there is one that looks like a 5, but no. That looks like... It looks like something else, but could it still be a 0?
Right, that's what I'm saying. You gotta remember, this is written in chalk, and it's someone's handwriting. So it could be that they tried doing that swiggle, but they did it a little too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
now...
You know, it could be a calligraphy.
Calligraphy.
Calligraphy, right?
Yeah. But now let me ask you this.
Is anybody else hearing these noises, by the way? Should I
am. Just ignore them. Okay. Are people training? Is that what it could possibly be?
Yeah. This is more mandatory training.
Got it.
Now let me ask you.
That says fire.
One of them at the end is a 9.
Yes.
Right.
Why
That
is
like 980?
why is that one at the end a 9, but the rest of them end with a 0?
I don't know.
And why are they selling knives?
I don't know. I don't think that's It could be kind of like, you ever heard of there are pastries called like claws, right? It could be something like that.
You think so?
Not an actual knife, but like that's my guess. Like, why something? There are pastries called like claws, right? It
Oh,
could be
no.
something like that.
I've died.
That's my guess. Like, why would you put something? There are pastries called like claws, right? It could be something like that.
Why?
That's my guess. Like, why would you?
Why?
There are pastries called like claws.
Please bring me back. Oh,
You are back. It worked.
I've prayed hard enough.
That looks like okay. That's gotta be a U because U's are normally before R's.
Okjures.
I live.
Okjures?
I have been freed.
No, with a J like that being after that, that'd probably be like a Y, so like Okjures.
Okjures. That's an X, H-E.
Or a capital K. Remember the calligraphy.
Capital K, true.
Or an H, because look, we have a capital K here already.
Oh, it might
Hold on,
be
is TJ still on? Because he was crossing off of me. Still should just be T.
Ezekial
Whoa.
Okjures?
No.
I feel like if I keep trying to say these out loud...
Oh, hi!
We're just trying to decipher this.
We're trying to figure
I
out...
feel like if I say any more of this, I'm gonna summon some type of entity.
You should definitely read the top one.
I'm aware. The top one? Oh.
He was ordered by his superiors to try and figure out the sign. So he is now stuck doing this until he figures it out.
And I have to find out the history of it and things like that. I have to find out every detail.
I think the problem with the entire aspect is the fact that Bunny's and Biscotti's handwriting can sometimes be a little bit abstract. So, I do understand the general understanding
If you're
of
allowed to
problems.
ask the owners or not?
I can ask anyone.
And I might recommend talking to Bunny and Biscotti. They're within the main square for the time being.
Right. I wanted to struggle looking at this first. I thought it was funnier that way.
Oh no, absolutely. I think it's fucking hilarious.
Right. See, I knew what I was getting signed up for. The other privates didn't. But all the other privates had headaches and had to step out for a moment.
Of course, the typical headaches within the privates as soon as there is something happening. Of course, I've been there myself.
Oops.
Alright. Time to ask.
What is 243354 9? What?
Definitely one way to
Is this the fucking thing that he was telling me about?
Oh, look, the dynamic duo has showed up. I'm leaving the conversation to both.
Oh my fuck! What?
Also,
what am I
Jen. Later in the day, if you
Cool, cool.
I want to talk to you about
Specials. Sure.
Today's
You see,
specials?
there is to be available. Yes.
Now do enjoy
Our
your day.
specials
Get
for
ready for
today
festivities.
are lemon, herb, chicken, sandwich.
Do you sell knives?
There we go. Got it.
No.
No. Yes, it's stuck. Why do you
I don't know if I
ask?
could get it. If that's the case,
it's fun.
What does that say?
Might have to
Do appreciate
fix
it,
your
Jen.
cape when you step away.
Malevolent
Okay.
Madeleines.
You stay safe.
You too.
Malevolent Madeline.
Alright, I see some of you.
So, are these just all the specials?
For today.
Alright, I want you to be in standby. At the
Below
end of
them,
this hallway,
list
I'll
the
see other rooms that's gonna be
mischief
in the arena.
macarons
I should
and
go to Crow,
our
shouldn't I? Thank you for the bestie.
This is the sign the general was on about.
Yes, this is the sign the general was on about.
This is absurd.
It's an order. Okay, so it's your daily specials. Could you go over the daily specials one more time? It was chicken lemon sandwich?
Yes. That's right. Lemon herb chicken sandwich. Malevolent Madeleines. Mischief macarons.
I want you
What
to
are
all be
Malevolent
around at the center.
They are
It is a
Madeline
Madeline cookie.
3
We are
cc
gonna be.
for 4 cookies.
Okay, I want Skull and Koro
head
to
hurts.
be
And I'm a scientist.
two
and my head
vipers,
hurts.
but I'll tell you when to
Is
spawn.
a
I'll give the
type
indication in
of
character.
cookie.
They are soft.
I'm not
like
going
cakes.
for the mischief cookie, that's for sure.
The mischief macaron?
But
The
otherwise,
mischief
we're just the
macaron.
cute little blob guys.
So what separates a Madeline cookie from like the others? Is it just
I'll indicate which models you're gonna be, mostly in
what is the
general.
price?
Blobs
Like
will
a
be from
cake.
time to time. There's gonna be times I'm gonna tell you all to be around.
Why do you call them malevolent Madeline? Is it like
Because this is the Bad Luck Bakery, and it is a special.
okay, so it's not like the mischief macarons where you guys kind of put like a little spin on it. It's just the naming.
We could, if you would want us to.
No, please.
I have been testing with bread rolls filled with jello. If you would like to try those out. I'll pass on that. Alright, any other specials? We have the lemon herb roasted chicken sandwich.
Our special teas for today are honey, vanilla, chamomile, Earl Grey, and honey lemon.
Alright. Any others? That is all.
Those are our specials for today.
Perfect timing, General. We found out the origins of this cryptic message. It is the menu for today's specials.
Would you like a lemon herb chicken sandwich?
You guys,
Only 5
you guys-
cc.
Did you point to which item on that list is that?
Oh, right. This is the lemon herb roasted chicken. This is
Right.
the Mischief Madeline.
Out of curiosity, which of you two write on the sign?
That would be fun.
You do a wonderful job.
Thank you. I have been told my writing is descriptive.
Yeah, it's describing something to me.
It draws attention.
If you like her writing there, you should check out Book Club.
Oh dear God. I mean, that sounds wonderful. I remember hearing about it before. I'll be sure to check it out. Anyway.
Thank
We
you
will
very
meet
much.
in 2 weeks
Alright,
at
Skull,
the Bad Luck
I want you to
Bakery
be
at sundown.
where you are, a little bit more to your left, and Koro, I want you to be on the opposite side where
yeah,
Skull
I'll
is.
So will my men. They'll be there.
Perfect. We're gonna be using this little square as the arena.
Yes, sir.
You both are gonna be spawning as the raptor snakes.
Sometimes I
What
wish
is
I
what
cried
station?
inside.
How do the raptors act exactly?
Oh yeah, they'll just bounce like that. She's committed.
Like a raptor. You're smart, you're fast, you're a snake. You have the chance to
Commitment is real.
launch your neck at them.
I can help.
I apologize for the fucking sniffling and shit.
I will be telling you to just keep fighting. Of course, if they give you.
Now he's coming to get me? Okay. I
distance to
cannot
go,
grab-
die on that moment, but I will be telling you like when to die.
Nothing's wrong.
Can I grab
I appreciate
Alright,
Kuro?
I'm gonna speak in character now. Both of you ready?
Gross. Not busy.
I see. I mean, if you wanted, we could send you off with some of Bobby's stories, so you can read them on your patrols.
I'll pass. I'd rather focus on my tasks at hand. I don't want to get distracted too much.
Understood.
Understood.
That makes sense.
Goodbye.
And farewell. You needed to do something inside.
Oh, it's just an
Alright.
idle animation? That's okay. That makes
The
it
remaining
easier.
amount for NPCs, I want you to be pots. Super Sailor Moon, Sail, if you can. Start appearing as pots around. You're gonna be acid pots if you can.
Oh god, I'm clumsy.
How
Sorry.
big? 2.6. It's fine. You can be small. Your main focus is to be annoying.
Actually, gonna put myself right here.
Koro, I want you to be more faster. Keep running around them.
That's not acid. Sorry. Sorry, the green threw me off.
Remember to hold your your explosion particles, so the smoke as an acid one remains a little bit longer.
Ugh.
Alright, Skull, you can despawn. You can die now, Kura. As well of you, Sail. Good job.
I'm interrupting a nap, am I?
No, but he's out for the count.
Oh. Surely tea or coffee does the opposite of that.
Well, it's closed, so we weren't able to really get anything.
Oh. Strange. Usually it's open.
Yeah, but we filled some of our time with talking with, I assume, the superiors of the military around here, trying to figure out what in the hell is on that board.
Hmm? It is some strange handwriting.
One of them believed
one of
that
them says something
if
about a...
we speak this word, then we were to summon an entity that would destroy us all. It's a cowboy-looking one. Didn't catch his name.
Ah. Did he have a coat cape?
Yes.
His mind slips mine. Oh, his name slips mine as well, alas.
He was also with
He's
a
very-
more formal-looking one, or more in attire, blonde hair. I think had a scar on his face. Can't remember.
Sailor, switch out of
Right.
the
If your friend,
toggle for the
uh,
acid because it
buddy
still leaves an
needs to
acid trail,
rejoin-
even if you're invisible.
Let me leave him alone.
Later,
No.
can.
Sorry.
Actually.
No, you're all good.
There you go.
Both of you chose an odd day, but an opportune day.
Oh.
The campus was to be closed to all non-warden personnel and candidates. Oh, know that I'm pulling some strings to be able to get you back in and on campus.
I appreciate it. No, I'm not surprised with what had happened.
Yes, I'm just quite
Ugh.
good that the Ford Breaker is no longer causing issue in Online City.
Yes. I'm glad more of the people are safe.
Need any additional help?
Any more, the merrier.
Everything alright?
Alright.
Alright, the next team I'm gonna be
were
grabbing
fine in
is
class.
Toonie,
As I said,
Bringus,
this
and
phenomenon should
Kelso.
pass. It'll reoccur, but
Just for all of you to know, Toonie has
have
literally a
some of
laser
those
and fire swords.
water thermoses on hand.
Bringus
He might be back.
has literally a pile
Thank you.
pile driver and an exosuit, so
I
they're
do-
strong and sturdy.
Some point, you and I need to sit down.
Also
and
is
chat.
Milo. Milo is very strong and sturdy. There are
not this
tanks.
moment.
Kane has an ability that sucks out mana of creatures. Whenever they use it on you, you act confused and
Those of us
sort of
involved
DC,
at the
but then you
hospital.
come back to your senses, return more angry.
the wrap.
General.
Bot.
General?
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Bot. There you go.
Yes.
I was gonna ask a question, but number one, are you alright?
Just some heartburn. What's up?
Heartburn. We do have
Yeah.
some flavored chalk you could have. That might help.
It's alright. It'll pass. But,
I understand the
you had a question
heartburn.
for me.
Just as we were gonna be walking by you, I have been okayed by elders to bring this individual on campus, only to the medical clinic, and then immediately off.
You are informing me why?
Because of the stoppage of...
Oh!
Is it
Right,
entry?
yeah. I'm not allowed to go in.
I was almost lost.
Oh.
I was almost taken.
Not just not more
Well, I just thought it might look weird, me leading someone on campus.
I see. Yes, no, I understand. You don't have to tell me anything.
Alright.
At least in terms of the campus, it's technically not my purview. Or his.
Alright.
As long
I
as
hope
he's
Braggy's
aware,
here.
then all good.
That'd be fun.
Thank you for letting me know that.
If that heartburn persists, as I said, there is a new flavor with
Yes, I'll
raspberry.
Yeah, I'll if it continues, then yeah, I'll let you know. Thank you.
Right, it's brand new. It's right
No,
out the research.
I want to make
phase.
sure that it won't just go on its own. It usually does sometimes.
Alright. Excuse me. We're talking about
Oh, my
this.
nose. Fuck.
We have business, we must be on, alas.
Yes, I understand. Busy.
Thank you, General.
Of course.
I'm curious. What leads one to join an institute? Organization such as yours.
Well, at first it was just things that could probably help with the people, kind of just the day-to-day lives.
Ever since the calamity, we have been pushing the art of research and science to its limits.
Yes. But then we had moved on to much more rarer things.
Much of my career was spent as a field warden on a medical/research team. I understand
I'm gonna see
the want to push to find new things. But believe me, there are some things that are not worth it.
I want to answer this question, but I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah.
If we push too hard, everything you love and care about can die around you.
Not there yet.
Thing from Sully, my old commanding officer.
Do you have a bathroom, actually?
First attacked Arnheim. I wrote a letter. Just for a simple
We
yes or
do.
no if they were alright. I
May I
haven't heard
use it
anything
like,
since.
very quickly?
But I don't
1-2
expect to
minutes.
either. Seeing as that would be, well, using the mail to talk about
I need to blow my
military
nose, dude.
antics.
Oh, fuck, dude. My allergies!
Worth a shot either way.
Excuse me.
In some ways, it's better that
What there?
Thank you. Is it this? Or did
Yes,
you say?
they are locker rooms.
Okay.
/ changing rooms. This is the area where the pool is.
Okay. Then
You should be able. Yes.
I'll just.
You may use
I'll,
it.
I'll be right.
And this.
Okay, I need a fucking.
Just saying hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Surprised to see candidates over here. Looking to get some laps in.
Possibly. Or at least some kind of training in, I'm not sure yet.
How was your
Taking
training
it
going,
easy
by the
for
way?
now. So far, so good. I have, well, I would call them two concepts in mind for now the etching part of everything once I find the runes to go with them. But good, I would say.
Very good. I've been extremely busy of late. Things popping up here and there. I've not had the pleasure of getting to know each one of your progress.
Yeah, well, I know a bunch of people are probably with Hayden now. Seeing what they can do against someone who's more capable. That would probably be your best bet, honestly.
Last time in the middle of one of those things that pop up. Maybe afterwards.
Oh, I see. You'll excuse me. I'm going to try and speak with Sev. But go ahead, see who.
Okay.
Did you happen to see?
My nose feels so much better, but that's gonna go away.
Was she watching the?
She might be with everyone else with Hayden. I didn't see her since the class. No.
Right. Thank you. That is helpful.
You'll excuse me. Of course.
Shit. I forgot to put my shit back on. I need a bathroom. Okay. Okay. Apologies.
No worries.
So where are we on our way to? Yeah, that's right.
The clinic. This is back this way.
Reginald,
Yes.
have you seen where Voldres is?
Have you gone to his office?
Well, duh.
Then no. I'm not sure where he's at.
Thank you.
I'm in the middle of something.
I just run off, imagine. At the moment he went in there, I'm like, no.
Oh. Right. I believe she's watching the other student's spa. Let me go grab her. You may wait here. Oh, Cyrus. Could you keep an eye on our fellow here?
Oh, yeah.
Or... So I was going to go grab. You're ready.
One
Feeling
of
more
the
able.
types, aren't you?
I don't Yes.
Unless Iku and yourself, good sir, are okay with it. Osiris has been a lot of help in the past. He's a research assistant of mine.
If you are trusting of them, then that's fine, but for the time being, I'm sure he's probably told you, but you cannot share anything that you see right now.
They seem to be doing well.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware of secrets.
Things should definitely start to get a little more spicy now that people start encountering the cores.
If you'll allow me to break some professionalism.
You know what you're starting with?
I guess I technically haven't really been as professional.
You know what you're starting with? This kind of room, this kind of stuff. I'm sure it'll come to you.
It is so good to see you.
Good to see Ezekiel.
How have you been?
Reginald. Not feel good.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. That's out of the way. You were gonna say Reginald.
Reginald say Johan here too.
Yeah,
Johan
he's
not here.
passed out. Over at what was the cafe? Is it?
The Bad Luck Bakery.
Yes, that place.
Speaking of, one moment. I can't believe my
Johan.
left these outside in the hallway.
Had
Yeah. He stayed out just a little longer than I did. I was able to at least knock in a few hours of sleep.
Well,
okay.
So
So,
how can we make sure that Ukulele is tip-top shape? And she is healthy.
would you just want to do it right here, or get her settled? Anything?
Probably one of the beds.
Whoever is not an enemy right now, I want you to be pods, the white pods. You're not gonna approach them,
I am good at observing.
but you're gonna be looming around them.
No, you're quite good at that. Thanks.
You're trying to avoid them. You are observing.
What?
Kuro, if you can, you come to the campus.
And what do you require? As far as medical implements, we do have many.
Ooh, okay.
I imagine some vials.
Yes. The vials would be
Alright.
good. Anything with a scalpel or just
That spell is a
something
healing spell.
Small for an incision.
For allies, it will be
Nothing
healing them. For
too big.
enemies, it will be a little shocky.
Alright.
Alright, Sail,
May
I
I
want
see
you to
your eyes?
focus on Yuri and Silent. The two persons are in front of you. Super Sailor Moon, I want you to focus
my
Dagger
fucking
and
nose.
Electric. Trying to attack your skull right now. They're trying to hold you.
Any other
How many vials?
one? 10. If it's been this long.
Oh, okay. I don't have that many on me, so. Here.
Alright, I'll go this then.
2.
Alright, good job. They're fending off.
Need 6 more.
Have you been
You
feeling
want me to spawn in as another one?
how you've probably felt before?
No, they did a great job of
Nauseous,
detaining you and killing you.
Sick here. Not well.
Alright, so when you
Strain
die,
in the arms.
good job.
Like usual.
Soreness. Tenderness.
Yeah. Okay. These are the vials. I assume this is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ugh. I remember,
Alright,
of
Lulu,
course.
Scout is gonna drill on your leg.
Hurt a little, but this is the only way to be able to get into it without.
You're gonna be limping now.
Well, you know. So then you'll see him make
Right,
an
when you see
incision
Finn.
right around the middle part of the forearm. It'll go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches deep.
They're attacking you all behind.
And then
It'll
he'll
be a
make
perfect time to die.
a cut going about 3 inches, maybe a little less. And so then
Good job.
it's going to squeeze the surrounding part of the forearm on the sides, and then you will see a liquid come out.
You had mentioned at what frequency this needs to be done?
Between 6 weeks to 2 months.
I'm out of shape.
Alright.
Or 2.5, sorry.
Has there ever been any complications in doing this?
If you
Or
wait
is this
too
method
long,
generally foolproof?
then when you administer this
I'm gonna
procedure,
go check out the town real
you
quick. I'll be back.
have the risk of bursting a part of the venom sac. And Ikulila can heal it on her own.
Dave, where are you at?
Right. I'll leave them be.
Campus. But it will be excruciatingly painful for her. So it's why we avoid it. It's 3. You can probably already guess, but I asked for 10 because 5 of these vials will be needed to be used for each forearm.
Yeah, it made it a little easier for you. It's not
Okay.
so both have to be done then at the same time.
There's 5.
I placed them next to her. It'd make it a little easier for you to reach for.
I assume you have a rag of sorts or bandage, swab.
Well, Mr. Ridgeon would come out and go back in.
Of course.
If you could grab
Do
one for
that,
me.
but also since she is a warden candidate, I can do something a little bit more direct.
Just gonna be a pouring or a pot this round.
If she's good,
That arm should be good, yes. Oh, he's asking her.
you see the skin knit up and heal as if there was no incision at all.
What I would do to be able to do something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Someone open the door.
I'll kick it. Don't worry.
Medical door. Kick it.
Oh, it opens that way. Got it.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. There.
Thank you, Osiris.
Okay.
We have.
Stop for a second.
How badly hurt are you?
He's knocked
They
out.
just have they have exhaustion. They were using their magic in a drill,
He's just
and passed out
Slightly
afterwards
mess
because they
with
haven't
the
been sleeping
cards on
too
her
well.
fingers on
Sorry, I
her
keep
palm.
leaving myself unmuted. Discord's being glitchy on my
Oh,
side.
they were running
No,
on
you're
empty
completely
before they
fine.
started.
Thumbs up. You got it.
Alright.
They probably have some minor injuries still from the practice. We were pretty much doing a keep simulation again.
Let me see if I can get someone to get you.
Alright. I'm okay with them recovering right
At
there.
least these are okay. I'm glad they're
Alas, I must ask that you
broken
and
any
you,
of the sorts.
for now, leave. I'm sorry.
Shiloh passed this way?
No, great.
Is the second part like the first?
Yes, but I'd rather not
Right.
ever see it. I have a feeling that Johan is awoken, and that he's on his way. Just a strange feeling.
Somewhat. The possibility is always there.
If you have some way of knowing whether or not he is waiting outside the gate, because they won't let him in otherwise, I can grab him.
I think he should either probably be there or coming up on it. Possibly.
For a particular lady, in which case, ho ho, you have my blessing.
Always pandemonium. Alright.
Thank you for your blessing.
Osiris, I'm sorry to do this. I need to grab the other gentleman.
Very well. I'll be here.
What is that?
How's Star looking?
Star is stable, just exhaustion. I've noticed that they've been having a hard time.
Should I just do it or should I just wait?
Carried
What do you
on
think?
Gain, I think. A little bit of
This one's gonna be a fun one.
underwent.
We are gonna be pods on
Warden
max
candidates
size.
training
And the evolution is gonna be inevitable and
get
a list too.
more busy, more loud.
That's true.
Right.
I'm gonna see him put the the back end of the scalpel just
Wide
tapping
pods,
against his
so
mouth.
it's a little more complicated for them to kill you.
Let me know.
Shouldn't do that.
Understood. I think for now, nothing's too loose, but getting something to help them sleep would be helpful.
Alright.
Thank you.
Are available, so grab anything we need for them.
Thank you, Doctor.
Or even mix if you need to. I know you can do that.
Max size
I'll be
pods
back.
are the Braden sized
Understood.
ones.
I didn't catch your name.
If he took his tops off, like, you would see all the
Osiris.
Yes.
you would see like all the
assisting
stars he
me.
has all over body if you took his shirt.
I'll be right back. I need to grab
He's
something
covered in
that
them,
otherwise
old
can't
ones
get
and
on
everything.
campus.
Seeing how big.
Would you
My
like
name is
me?
No, like these are like.
Would you like to watch the second part of it, Osiris, or would you like to continue with that? Because I'm going to do this right now so that it doesn't get more hectic.
I'll go take care of it.
Do it. I need to tend to this one. Just fill me in. Okay.
Cluster in here.
Osiris!
Yes,
Come
sir.
find me when you're done here.
Yes, sir.
It's your job first, though, Osiris.
I was talking about.
I do not know where Shadow is.
I was talking about his actual old
There's
stars
someone out
that are
there
on his body.
asking
See,
to-
he's just absolutely covered in them.
They're wearing like all white and a mask.
Except for the fresh ones.
Talking about wanting to come in.
Will you want us to respawn more than once? Like, do they smash us and we go, "Array!" and then come back, or?
We're gonna be the biggest spots as possible, as we can. It's gonna be a little bit silly at start, but then it's gonna be oh shit at later on.
Okay.
So it's gonna be the biggest wide pots we can.
Do you want me? Do you want me to double? So it has pod size on it, right? And
Yeah,
then
you. Yeah, respawn if you
Okay.
can. Reset your model. That will give you the max size that it has, and then on the model itself, there's a slider that will let you increase yourself a little bit more.
Oh, okay. You're going like brug.
Yeah, we're going big bitch balls.
Could I say these?
I mean, you didn't hear that. That's 3. Was it 4?
3.
3. Okay. So this is 4.
Is the other side done the same as the first one, or is this a totally different process?
So, okay, is that?
It's a day.
With this one, you would see that it is a little further up the forearm, and the incision is the same, and same with the length of the cut is the same. But the reason why it is further up is because the ink, well, that's somewhere else. The venom sacs are on the forearms, but are located, one is lower than the other. But, I mean, you could guess that by the fact that I made it higher up.
Incision needs to be made on the left arm. Comparison to the others.
Hello, Johan.
But suffering some migraines from, well, I don't know why.
There you go.
I sort of got kicked in the head a few weeks ago.
He's doing. Do you have a swab or?
Every day for the past 3 weeks.
Now, a thing to note about Ikulila is that she bleeds a little differently than we do.
The hospital.
So, with this type of incision, because it's so small and on a very different particular part of her body,
They had me
just
3
swab it a couple of times, and then in about a few seconds it'll be gone.
It's not faded, it's gotten worse.
Wonderful. But that helps out. It makes the process quicker. Oh, my knees. I'm old.
No
I
offense.
know my knee popped today when I was leaving my apartment.
Well,
How are you feeling?
well, I can do something about that if you are ready.
Better.
Good.
I have no idea what you're going to do here. The doctor, not me.
Is there anything you would like to do?
There are certain things that mixed medicine
Parts from
and
the
defense as it can
habitual
do,
testing. Oh.
but the use of a medical arm.
How are you feeling, Ikulila?
Have you ever had wind
Better
blow
now.
in your face?
Venom gone.
Yes.
That starts happening.
Have you had any problems with your
You
current
also
limbs
feel
or tentacles
almost
of any
like
sort?
Brain freeze. And there's wind in your ears.
Any known abrasions?
You seem to be
Some
quite
fun
resilient.
training.
A wound like
But
this would have
fine.
likely caused you to be incapacitated over this period of time. Although I'm not
It has
entirely
not
sure
been
why
anything
it's
too
keeping.
intense,
This should take care
correct?
of it.
Or
The wind intensifies. Your brain feels like it's not very cold, not very comfortable. And like that, everything's gone. And that should have taken care of it.
no?
Your headaches will
That's what this
persist
should
for
be
about a day
fine
more,
with as well.
and they should clear up. If they do not go away,
How have you been
immediately come find me,
acclimating in this environment thus far?
as that should have been.
There's a chair right there now. She was always there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And before
Calm.
you
Get used to
go,
slowly.
everything going well. Your training and everything.
Many noises. Many people.
I have happened to be quite busy all of the time, but I am
Lots
more than
of
happy to speak
food.
with our candidates about their training should you need any assistance. I don't believe you'll be going down
Assistance
this
is one of the
path.
few issues I had.
If you have any questions, you can find me.
But
What are the same things that you're doing now?
it's amicable that you are adjusting well here, at least.
I hope that your headache goes away very soon, and you'll be able to get back to training.
Numb.
Of
Yes,
the
just remember to eat ice
scientists
cream really fast
come back.
for a little bit. Have a good one, candidate.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I zoned out. I was too busy thinking about pricking myself with your barbs.
Other scientists come back.
With us?
Some other day.
Oh, that's what you mean. The others. Yes, we heard. The moment I heard that there was a problem and that they had reached out, I had volunteered myself as quickly as I could, and thankfully Johannes was able to volunteer himself as well to come in their place. They had better things to do, apparently.
I'll try and give them a little bit of a pick-me-up here.
Feel bad with other scientists. Unease.
Been sleeping, eh?
We assumed as much, but
I should rejuvenate you a tad.
luckily I did not have to come to that, at least.
But alas, I do not have the ability to quickly take away fatigue.
Nathaniel sends his hellos. He wasn't able to make it.
Yes, quite. He's buried in his mountainous
Stop.
pile of notes, trying to look for something.
He's always trying to look for something.
Developing you. When you feel your aches and pains subside.
Nikulila glad Nathaniel well.
I swear, you're becoming so strong, but making a lot more work for us here in the medical. Let you rest for a little bit while longer, but I should put you on the
You
right
said there's a
track
lot
to
of
get
food.
out
Have
of
you
that.
been fed well?
Right.
Ikulala have many fish.
That's good.
Welcome to stay as long as you need.
Friend teach Ikulala cook fish. Give other food. Different.
Yeah, but it'll be different.
Don't go rolling around.
Is it good? I didn't think you'd probably like the cooked
Too late.
fish, but
Well, don't go
we never
sitting
got to
up
try
then.
that out.
Cooked fish tastes nice. But lose crunch.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would.
There is a way you can
would
prepare
pass
it
out
where it gets
so
a little
easily.
crunchier than it is when it's raw.
Maybe-
These midday naps you're taking are not
Need
gonna be very
ask
good if it happens.
Mao how.
I understand we need our rest, but
Well, I am elated that you are
I've been trying to
partaking
see-
of
you know-
many
you-
advice. Just ensure
you know
that
that,
you
right?
avoid certain delicacies else there. I assume you know what to look out for at least.
Caffeine, alcohol, ethanol.
Yes, actually, that is something
No tea then.
you should definitely keep alcohol away
I
from
should
her.
have known better.
It does not coincide well with her at all.
sometimes you gotta cross the line in important ways.
Again.
Make
I'm glad we're learning this
Ikulala
now.
In
in this case,
sleepy.
pushing yourself.
I believe alas I offered you tea at one point, not knowing.
Well, put you
With the
to
tea fiend myself.
Particularly, it is the
Gotten about
alcohol
maybe
containing samples
5
of
hours in the span of a week.
ethanol within it.
I-
Any other
you should not have told me
any
that.
other liquids of the salts is
I
normally
mean, 50.
alright.
I mean,
Alright.
And ensure she doesn't attempt to consume any form of
I
chocolate.
swear, if you
either.
weren't so heavy to pick up.
Yeah, that's right.
No chocolate either.
Don't. Yeah. No. That was a day.
Large excess amounts of chocolate can lead to, well, depends on the amounts, but severe poisoning.
I feel like I should have
from our experience.
just done it sooner.
A very
Again,
excess
Went out of
amount.
my way and just grabbed
I give tea-time dunkers to all my candidates.
I never fully realized.
Thank goodness it's the custard creams that I favor and not the
I'd always
chocolate ganaches.
try, but you know.
Yes, that is.
Good to
aside
know.
from clinging to you, I usually pass out early.
Apart from that, her diet is normal compared to us, at least.
lay down.
I can't say that
course.
for anyone else here.
Everyone has their allergies.
From what we think, it is probably a species-based thing than an allergy.
Hmm. Well. As I was taking care of some of my candidates, as you see, I take their care with utmost priority. Did everything go according to plan? Everything went well, Miku?
Well, unfortunately, I can't sweep you off your feet.
Feel much
Thank goodness Osiris
better.
took some notes. Good. I notice no longer green. Hmm.
No longer green.
Oh, just something that they told me. I think it might be a good thing. What? Thank you. I should be able to administer that in the future. And actually, what did you guys do for the second incision?
So, for the second incision, we're just gonna put this back up.
I mean, patching it up.
Oh, patching it up. So I told this to Osiris. And you'll look at it, and it looks like as if there was no incision at all. If you get a swab or even just a rag or anything, and just wipe off the excess of her blood, in about 30 seconds to maybe a minute, with incisions like that, it'll be as good as new.
That is good to know.
And they took the notes, but I'll tell you directly anyway, so you know. So unlike the right forearm, where it is more centralized, the venom sac, the left forearm, the venom sac is a little more up, closer to the elbow, or where this part is. It would be right about here, whereas for the right, it would be more here.
Right.
And make the same incisions, about an inch and a half, 2 inches deep, and then 3.5 or 3 inches or a little less long.
Can do. Now that we know about this, the food allergies, I assume that you'll send over any other information that is pertinent.
Yes, we will send over some more things.
Ezekiel forgot about ink.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's another thing. That is right. So like I told you before, her excuse me. Her singular ink sac, the only one that she has. Thankfully, there isn't more. Like I said, you can remove the ink from it. This can be more so over a longer period of time. May are like 4-6 months comparatively to the venom. with the ink sac.
Sorry.
1 second.
I apologize.
That works. That's fine.
Be right back.
No. Oh. How are you doing?
Ikulala, I believe this pertains more to you than your practitioners here, but I did do some testing with some of the water levels here within the confines of the academy. You should maybe limit your time spent in the harbor area for the timing. The water's a bit diluted than normal for your optimal conditions at the very least. I received some results back from my testing. The water in the harbor appears to have a pH level of 6.95 to 6.96, which may seem quite close to normal. Is a bit off kilter for Ikulila. The water may come into contact with her body, of course, but not to let her linger there for too long at least. Longer periods of time and exposure may cause blemishes to appear on her skin, and may... what's the word?
Rash?
Compromise parts of her body. Yes, that. A more simpler term, but yes. With that being said, I still need to examine her pool, you said?
There is a pool. I'm not.
Her living quarters.
Actually, it's a good point.
He described it as like a little like tub pool thing.
Do you have the same setup here that you had in Lindell? With your tank of sorts in your room? I know you did, but I thought that there's some sort of a setup for that there. Did that never go through? Am I misremembering?
Mine whole dorm have tank. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. Without you giving permission, I couldn't let them just walk into the dorms.
Okay.
If you wish to have them look at their tank, then it's all right. They've gotten on my somewhat good side so far.
And Johan can.
Yes. No one else.
That reminds me. Oh, I don't know why that reminded me. I was going to say earlier, but I never got to. There is a third one of us that I would like to extend that offer of access to. His name is...
He is a bit of lower rank compared to my status and Ezekiel's, but he does share some of our standings in regards to Ikulila, but you may have to speak to him first before anything else, of course.
As I said before, you two will be the two that will be cleared. I'll have to put in another request if once I meet this third you speak of.
He could not be here today. He was occupied with his normal amount of work.
You call it normal, I call it excessive. But that's beyond me.
It is his type of normal, not ours.
Yes. He's a note taker.
Again, thank you for teaching us what we need to play.
There will
to take care of Iku.
Just for one more, the ink sac is easier to do and don't need to have incisions or anything. Where am I? I've lost my train of thought. Okay.
Ink sacs.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, ink sac.
Ink sac. So, you don't mind Ikulala if I just... Okay. So just around, it's gonna just undo it slightly, and you have your.
It works. Hopefully, it will continue to work.
Actually, no, that's right. I can just.
I don't know why they were talking about if I had a safety on it or not.
Just
like, oh,
right around here,
like, that won't happen.
her collarbone, is where her ink sac resides.
Okay.
And so you have noticed that she has horns, and here as well.
Mm-hmm.
So comparatively to here, these horns are a little more malleable, I'll say. And the reason for that is actually... Do you have one more vial, actually, just so I can do it? Just like just one more.
Not on me.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, again, right here, more closer to the right horn than, or that's left, technically, left horn, but looking at it right, you can just squeeze right underneath the left/right horn, this horn, and then you'll see an ink substance pour out. There you go. And it is regular ink, despite it being from a being that has intelligence like ours. You can use it for writing, you can infuse it with other colors and make what you want.
Iku, as this is yours, what do you want to do with it?
Scientists normally take.
In this case, you get to decide.
Ikulila know what to do with.
Well, I can store it here, and once you decide, then it'll be your decision. Does that sound agreeable?
Fucking bots, dude! I'm gonna kill. There you go.
All right. With that, is everything concluded? We've done everything to make sure the AQ is as healthy as possible.
For now, yes. Without, hopefully, with, like you've said, a growing relationship, we may be able to work together to have some different facilities put together here, so I can show you some other things that may be done. Otherwise, right now, we cannot do much more.
We shall see. For now.
Also, be careful with her barbs. Don't squeeze her hand too hard, or you'll get very numb.
Yes, we've run into this. We've been able to manage. Thank you both for assisting. As I said before, we're going to be working on a week-by-week, day-by-day basis. As long as things proceed in a good way, then you will continue to have access to this location, and should Iku allow it herself. Remember what I said earlier. That is non-negotiable. Understand?
Understood.
Right. Now, as much as I am happy that we did all this and we've done the proper medical care, Iku is a candidate who has training class. Well, she's done with her class for the day. I'm not sure, was there an assignment that you were all assigned today to do? I believe there was.
Inscription of Pokai.
Alright. Well, Iku has a schedule she needs to get back to. If there was nothing else, then
There
our
was
business will be concluded for now.
Living quarters was the last part of it. If we can. If we can't, then just send us something over that we can work with.
Just so we don't have quite so soon after the Forge Breaker, someone they don't recognize going through the dorms. I'll get
Just
you
a
that.
sample of the water will suffice.
Right. Hey, are we all set for now?
I'd like a word with them.
Okay. On their way out, you may do that. I would say your goodbyes for now, unless Ikurada wishes to follow you and interact with you more outside the campus. This is up to you.
Either works for me. If she wants to get back to her candidate duties, then I don't mind. But if she would like to speak with us, then we can talk outside or something.
It may be best we take our leave. I believe we've long since overstayed our welcome here.
It's only on the campus.
Yeah,
The longer I have yes.
That is what I refer to, yes.
No, I meant the talking to Iku outside of the campus. That's
Osiris, was everything okay at the hospital before I?
Yes, sir. Situation's been resolved.
Yeah. Need to stop by and see what happened there. Iku! I'm glad that we finally have your medical regimen up to date. And that we can take care of you fully.
Oh, because we have that up to date, I do have one form that I will need you to sign just so they know.
Ah, right.
Because, yeah. This is just
If
the medical form and our medical sheet, really just showing that everything was done right, and I've already signed it because I know nothing bad was going to happen, but they need your signatures just to show that who was here to do it with.
Let me read that.
You can take the paper. And it's just it's just
like specific locations, names, anything.
it's just a medical sheet that was requested from the facilities of ESSE, that once everything medically has been done and been gone with, that the 2 researchers that are with her to be signed, and then whoever is here to sign it as well.
The
ESSE,
Their institute.
our institute.
Eden Society of Symbiotic Enrichment.
I want you to communicate what I said to you earlier. It's either you two for now, or no one.
Understood. We will do.
And you heard Valders. You think I sound scary.
No,
Don't make him angry.
I heard him. I'm just fearful for the butting of heads that may come, if it has to come to it. But I just know what side I'll have to take. And hopefully this time it won't
Explain the
force me
situation.
to be with them.
They will accept. Otherwise, they will have no access. Now, let us get on with our day. Thank you for everything, gentlemen. But as we said, Nicolella has stuff to do for candidate training. You're welcome to speak with them, but then I need to be headed off campus.
We can do it outside.
Okay.
Have everything together, Ezekiel. If that's the case, let us make our way.
Yes. First,
a nice bench right outside.
I'm glad you're making friends.
Oh,
And again,
good. See Ezekiel again.
It was very good to see you too, Lila. Be good. Don't cause trouble. Yada yada. Things like that.
Take care with
We'll
your
go
studies,
around
Ezekiel,
outside.
Lila.
Take care, Johan.
I'll just follow you and wait for him, actually.
Talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Heartwarming reunion.
Yeah, it's as heartwarming as it can be without the others looming over us. Oh, you're right, there are benches here. Isn't this still technically on campus?
We're outside.
If it's just the inside, then okay. I have to sit. Oh, my legs.
Though anyone loitering around is likely not to look too favorably upon.
I'm sorry, can you get closer? I can't hear you.
Alright, you two. The ESSE, where is it based out of? These are my people I've sworn to look after, and I've come from a very scary place. I want to believe that you guys have her best interest in mind, but it'd do leagues to make me feel more comfortable. Where is it based out of?
It's not that hard to find. It's just north of here. Not too far. The road coming in from the main area, there's a north road just to take. It is based in Reinhold.
It's only here.
That's where it started.
This is
I've been there a
you
very
two
long
living
time.
Here, then?
I'm sorry, say that again?
You two living here then?
I guess live in the facilities. I rarely leave. That is merely expected of us.
Station facilities for the time being.
Yes. So, in short, we are here in Reinhold.
What's your story with her?
That I can share, because it does not breach anything. But I have been there with her since the beginning. Ever since we first got her. At first, it was just something that we got, but we weren't told too much until we were introduced to her.
Something that you got.
I do not know where from it was was transferred from. I do not know how she was acquired.
Of course not, because you're amazing, Boots.
Baby in a basket, huh?
Oh dear.
So you tended to her then since the start?
Yes. At first, I was only able to be in contact with her so much, but then eventually I was tasked as her caretaker. Johann came in a little after she was acquired, but he slowly rose through the ranks like I did. So we have been able to...
Seems like a liking to you too.
Yeah,
she was first assigned as my responsibility 5 to 6 years ago. And I was to be in charge of her health and behavior, I suppose. How she adjusted to certain environments and how it may have affected her.
Well, gentlemen, as I'm sure I'd like to catch up a bit with Iku. I won't keep you, but I will say, I'm sure that Baldrus and Reginald have both hit the hammer point home hard enough. I'm wary of scientist types outside of our group. Respectfully.
I don't blame your distrust. A lot of people like us don't have a good history.
We don't, do we?
But that is history that I keep to myself. And I take full responsibility for things, despite me not wanting certain things to happen. I can only do so much.
Keep you two in mind. Have a good day. Thank you for taking the time to talk.
Just turn to girl. You think she bought it? That'd be great. I'm actually a spy in disguise.
I was not expecting things to be this complicated upon our first visit.
I expected something, but this was honestly not up there, surprisingly. They caused a very big commotion for us, haven't they?
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the society's eyes glanced us walking around the city.
I guess we should get to the society first before they do. So we can give the honest truth, as we say.
It is welcoming to hear that Ekulila has companions she can count on at least.
Yes. But as much as the trouble that they've caused for us, they cause themselves their own problems.
That much is true. Maybe that bakery is finally open.
Maybe. If it's not, I'm heading straight back to the facilities so I can eat over there. It has been almost 28 hours since I've eaten.
The facility's sustenance counters, while nutritious, are very bland. Would be the best term for it.
It's better than nothing.
That much is true. I'd rather we gather something more flavorful down the road. At the very least.
They did just install our own kitchens, so we could buy something from here and then...
It has to go through security, however.
Yeah, well, you know, a little bribery doesn't go wrong down the road with the security over there. You know, it's just like, because you know they hate the bland food that we are given as much as we do. So,
True enough.
offer them some bread, maybe some whatever else they have here, and then
I think we can't go a lot wrong with a little bit of fruit.
a little bit of fruit. Oh, you know
Something sweet to brighten the day.
You know who would enjoy the fruit?
Nathaniel?
Mm-hmm. Ain't you Nathaniel B? You know, there is a fountain. Maybe you should grab the pH levels for that. I wouldn't doubt Equalila would spend some time there.
That is likely. I would not be surprised if she hasn't already. Right, let's see. I imagine it'd be the same water that gets pumped into the harbor.
Maybe, or maybe it's water pumped from the harbor and put through its own process to be put out through here. Wouldn't think it would hurt to check.
Well, you know the drill. Once your helmet's on, I'll step back. You don't want any contamination. Alright, that's settled. Content I do not have to go through the old method of having to lean over the water's edge. I know many a time I've had to fall in and contaminate the water by my presence being there. And I suffered no less scoldings from our superiors for that.
You know they were secretly begging for it. That's right. Let's go see food.
Right.
And a little extra more for bribery purposes.
Maybe we can get someone to read that menu.
Well, some people did actually while you were passed out. They didn't make much sense of it, but they... Hello. They were able to read it. Go along with your fellows, Layla.
We're just heading to get some breakfast for ourselves. Hopefully, at least.
It's not morning anymore, but you know.
Like bakery, nice place to eat.
So we've heard. Tried there earlier, but it didn't work.
Before we speak, you recommended the Shiloh Spat. Is that Shiloh style?
Shiloh style.
Coffee?
But we won't keep you
Something
anymore.
like that.
Bye, Ezekiel. Bye, Johan.
We will see you again, Layla. Do you really think the Shiloh style is like something to speak about? It sounds weird.
It sounds like someone's name, if anything.
It does. It really does. But I mean, who doesn't name things after themselves?
Nathaniel, I'm pretty sure.
You'd think.
He'd be the only one.
Have you not had the Nathaniel
I haven't
smoothie?
heard him say anything. Isn't that what he calls his mind after he has gone through a session of overtly research?
No, that's Nathaniel Mania. That's what that is. We named that. He named the Nathaniel smoothie.
Right. Oh, don't tell me it's that disgusting concoction of caffeine, pure vitamin, and what was it? Oh, spinach.
Yep. Exactly that.
Isn't the bakery this way?
Is it? I thought it was that way.
Maybe. I think we're both. I think just both.
Well, that's just
No,
that.
you're
That's
right.
just.
I remember. It's
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
hospital.
Not the first right, but the second right. Ain't you Nathaniel B? I am so glad he wasn't here to hear me say that. Anyways.
You know, I don't think I'll ever get used to these outfits fully. The first year of wearing them is quite the hassle.
Don't get me started on the outfits. Oh. I have no idea how many petitions.
Day too.
All the petitions for the different types of outfits we could wear, and a note to each one.
Some people have only gotten the one. By the one, I mean just the one they
Just the one.
when they were first hired on.
Just the one. I have 3, thankfully, so I can at least have some clean after wearing one. But we can't do anything
I don't know what they're doing over there at all.
because it's closed. So, right of luck.
What shall we try to do in the meantime, then? Or shall we make our departure?
I was thinking of probably going back. Now I remember why I don't go outside. The sun. It's so bright.
And hot. And humid.
Hot. And humid. But mostly hot. If you would like to stick around, then...
Shall we... No, it's not looking
Friends, you guys look like you've been real busy all day. Come on, can I get you some drinks? Just real fast.
Depends what it is.
Oh, maybe alcohol, maybe some mocktails, maybe a whole plethora of things. All I want to do is treat you guys to a nice drink. You guys are Ashbourne, yeah?
Yes.
I'm making an assumption. You know, there's been a couple of scientists come through here, looking, doing weird shit. And I really just want to understand them. How about we just go, have a quick drink, and we can have a conversation? How about it?
Tight schedules
The drink
and all
is
that.
a bit tempting.
I don't drink, so...
Tight schedules and all that, but it's also tempting. It sounds like a no to me, huh?
We do need to be heading back soon. Very soon.
Well, great. I've already done what I needed to do. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
You as well. Let's leave before
Very odd people around
that
here.
happens again.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
It was. I did not know someone could be so loud. But there is Nathaniel. There is
Loud and
Nathaniel.
abrasive, though.
But Nathaniel isn't
very-
abrasive. He's not abrasive.
But do you know which way we...
Yes. This way.
came into the city from?
Upside of the situation. Kind of out of my hands.
That's fine. I feel like it's going to be awkward if we run into Ekulila again.
I'm like, I held back so hard to not remove my glove and just, but you know.
We can't even remove our gloves in the first place. That would have been
You can't?
useless. Mines are stitched in.
Just gonna.
You must have gotten the older ones. I think the newer ones are a bit more
Probably.
intrusive.
Probably.
You may not want to ruin any of yours then, because then you have to submit for a new one.
Yes. I do not want to do that.
If the superiors find out you have that, they may have your uniform taken away.
No, they never would. Because thankfully these sleeves go all the way up to here. Underneath. Thank the designers. A lovely bunch.
I mean, the new designs for Otherworth are actually quite nice. The sleeves only go up aren't as skin tight as the old ones, and they only go up to the elbow. Everything else is free. And it's a lot more padded.
You might call me weird for it, but I like the tightness of these gloves. Makes me feel more secure.
Though I'm of the belief they just keep repurposing the same uniforms over our colleagues who either end up retiring or moving on.
Oh, I have no doubt. Saves time and effort and money. Not like we don't have a lot of it to expend, but different things and all that.
Alright, so let us be off. The sooner both of us get back at the same time,
the better.
Better off we'll be.
I'm just